Hey y'all, Lonely Rebel Freak here, and tonight's gonna be another movie review, and this one I'm actually a little bit excited to talk about. I saw this movie when I was probably a senior in high school, and the way that I see it's kind of like Forrest Gump. That entire movie you learn a little bit about history and everything. Yeah, I know my hair's all messed up. I went running earlier, and it's just been a kind of a long day. But besides all that, this movie I'm going to show you, it came out in 1999. It has Julia Stiles, Jerry O'Connell as the main characters, and this other guy, Josh Hamilton, Jerry Sisto, and several other people I haven't even heard of. But yeah, so anyway, it is called The 60s. It's a two-part series if you buy it on VHS. This cost me, this is an idea of how rare this is. It cost me $20 on Amazon.com for VHS. Take a glimpse at the first part and the second part. Yeah. It talks about the whole decade, from 1962 to 1969, of all the major events about the Kennedys, and it talks about these three siblings' lives right out of high school. One of them goes to the Marines and fights in the Vietnam War. His sister runs away from home and becomes a hippie and starts living that entire lifestyle. So you see the lifestyle of a soldier, hippie, and the other one who is a politician and protester, because that was one big thing that happened. You pretty much, like I said, you learn about the Kennedys, you learn about the war, you learn about, the Black Panthers. Just about anything that you could think of is in these three movies, but it's not exactly like one of those sit-down, boring types, like this happened and this and that. No, it actually brings it, that's why I like how they did these characters, is mainly because it's a whole storyboard, and I really liked it. I mean, you had your drama parts, your exciting parts, and then there's just so many parts. I mean, I learned so much, just in 3 hours that teachers have been trying to shove down my throat from when I was maybe in 5th grade to maybe a freshman. But then all of a sudden, my teacher, Mr. Hobroch, never gonna forget that guy. He was pretty cool. Brought in the first part, and he said, "We're gonna watch this movie." Sat down, I was like, "Oh, that's gonna probably be boring." But no, I was actually not only entertained, but I loved it, and I was like thinking about all my past stuff just recently, and I'm like, I want to get that movie. Okay, what was it called? So I couldn't remember the exact title. I didn't know if it was just called The 60s or Events in the 60s or whatever it was called. And I mean, some of my friends, they like to act like that. They like to have the whole, 60s, I'm not going to say lifestyle exactly, but, the clothing, and they love the history. And I don't know if some of them haven't even heard of this movie. And how shocked I was, like, because I work with, some people that, adore the 60s. Like, when they're working, I was like, hey, have you heard of this movie? No. What? It's a really good movie. I mean, despite the fact it's three, almost like each one of these is 90 minutes, so you do the math. But nonetheless, it's really educational. And honestly, this is one movie that I would like, that I actually do want to put on DVD and then show my kids, and be like, you're going to learn a lot from this alone than what I can teach you. And I guarantee you, whatever you see in this, you can find on Wikipedia. It's that simple. And I mean, it even talks about, all the protests. It talks about, one of the colleges in the late 60s actually got, riots in them, and people, protesters just running through the entire school, and then cops and military just coming in, taking them out. I mean, it's pretty freaking cool. But, you know, if you're just a big, you know, I guess a protest fan or hippie fan or anything of the 60s that you, if you do like, you know, the 60s, anything, you know, then I would highly recommend this movie. I mean, I'm not really a 60s fan or anything, but this is one movie I would recommend for education reasons, you know, even to be entertained, too. I mean, just the first part alone almost made me cry. I mean, because it was kind of emotional to be like, wow, I can't believe that actually happened. And I mean, it did even change my own views on several things. But, yeah, I would, like I said, I'd really recommend this movie. The only bad thing is, like I said, it's rare. To buy the DVD, I think that would have cost me almost $100-something. Yeah. And like I said, I spent $20 on both of these, used once or twice from this user, and because each person that was trying to sell me it, they're like, I only have part one, I only have part one, oh, I only have part two. I'm like, I need both parts. I can't just have one part of that. That's just stupid. I guess I can tell you one reason why it is rare, because it was actually a 90-minute, like I said, each of these are 90 minutes, 90-minute movie TV special on NBC. Then I guess they put it on DVD for very few sales, and, you know, and then, you know, they, well, technically VHS, but then later on DVD. And I guess they didn't make very many of these, because I hardly saw any of these on Amazon. Hardly of them on eBay. eBay just had, like, they were just overpriced, and I'm like, I'm not going to spend that much. And I'm shocked that I even spent $20 on this alone, but I do plan on burning it onto DVD one day. And like I said, if you are a Julia Stiles fan, Jerry O'Connell fan, I'm sorry, my camera's shaking, then like I said, it talks about, you know, Martin Luther King, you know, his speech is one of the most very well-known things, and it talks about, you know, Neil Armstrong, just any small thing that happened in the 60s. My dog is laying on my bed, and she's shaking my camera. It's not cool, man. But yeah, and of course, the John F. Kennedy. And some people didn't even know he was shot here in Dallas. That's shocking. Some people didn't know that, and I'm like, you live in Dallas and you never knew that. That happened in 1963. Oh, wow. But, yeah. But, you know, I before, you know, even, well, technically rewatching the movie, I didn't remember much about what happened, because, you know, I graduated in 2008, not, like I said, I watched that my senior year, and, you know, I'm 23 now, so 18, 23, so what, 5 years, you know, and I kind of forgot what just the first part was about, because I didn't see the second part. I watched it, and I'm like, wow, I forgot about these events. But like I said, if you're into the 60s, or you're just a fan of these big actors or anything, I'd say watch the movie. And like I said, if you know me personally and you want to borrow it, I have no problem doing that at all. Let's see, is there anything else I should add? Just a quick update. I may start doing workout videos soon. I don't know when. It's just the movie thing. I just want to get going for a while. But if there's any specific workouts that you want me to recommend to you, I can do that instead of me posting a video. But I think the first workout video, I may be doing arm ones. I may show you the proper way to do curls. I may show you proper push-ups. But aside from all that, honestly, if you can go to, and I think I actually saw, change of subject, if you actually see this at Blockbuster, get it. Don't even think, just get it. You want to learn something? Be entertained at the same time? Get it. Other than that, I may do another movie review tonight, or I may wait till later. I'm not sure yet. If I do, it's going to be a horror movie, or maybe a comedy, because there's one comedy I would recommend to people, and it's one of those. I'm not gonna say I got in a fight with people. I'm just gonna say I just prefer it more than one movie that people compare it to, just because of the type of comedy and everything. But other than that, yeah, like I said, just check out the movie if you can find it. If you know me personally, I would be happy to let you borrow it, no problem. Other than that, take care and have a good night. More videos coming to you soon.